It is 6 in the morning on a freezing Sunday in February. The streets of Waukesha, Wisconsin are empty. The city is asleep. But outside a high-end dealership on East Moreland Boulevard, a crew of 9 is already at work. They slip through the doors, masked and moving with total coordination. They ignore the standard models and go straight for the top tier. We're talking Land Rovers, Jaguars, vehicles pushing $90,000 apiece. Waukesha is a quiet, affluent suburb, but this crew didn't live down the street. They had driven 2 hours straight up from Chicago specifically to hit this exact location. Social media algorithms frequently amplify these clips as victimless stunts. In reality, the precision and coordination seen in Waukesha points to the existence of a much more dangerous criminal infrastructure. The entire theft relied on one glaring vulnerability in modern auto sales. Dealerships have to manage hundreds of vehicles, so they keep all the fobs grouped together in a central cabinet. Once the crew broke inside, they found the keys. One person grabbed a handful of fobs and passed them out. From there, it was a game of roulette. They scattered across the showroom floor, rapidly mashing the unlock buttons, waiting to see which headlights flashed in the dark. If a car lit up, they jumped in. They didn't bother looking for the exit switch. One driver threw a Land Rover into reverse, floored the gas, and used the vehicle as a battering ram to smash straight through a closed service door. The process took minutes. 9 vehicles rolled off the lot into the Wisconsin sunrise. Over $500,000 in inventory gone before breakfast. Inside the dealership, the execution looked practiced. Out on the road, their youth and inexperience caught up with them almost immediately. You don't steal 9 high-end SUVs and then park them all next to each other. But that is exactly what they did. The crew pulled the entire fleet into a single local gas station to regroup. Civilians noticed the massive convoy and called the police. A chase ensued. Officers laid down spike strips, taking out one of the vehicles and capturing its driver, an 18-year-old named Calvin Valentine. When officers searched Valentine, they checked his phone. He was on an active, live group call with 8 other people. 3 of them were already saved as contacts. Law enforcement didn't need to mount a massive forensic investigation. That one unsecured group chat handed detectives the exact roster they needed to track down the rest of the crew in Chicago. What happened in Wisconsin is a symptom of a massive, highly lucrative market. Law enforcement has been uncovering nearly identical million-dollar luxury auto theft rings from New Jersey to Texas. This chart breaks down how these syndicates are structured. At the top, adult handlers recruit teenagers. They target youth because if a juvenile is caught driving a stolen car, the legal friction is minimal compared to an adult. The teenagers do the heavy lifting, but don't keep the cars. The vehicles are quickly passed up the chain, stripped for parts in domestic chop shops, or given fake VINs and loaded onto container ships for international buyers. The kids smashing through dealership doors are entirely disposable. They serve as the frontline labor for a network that moves high-value assets through state lines and eventually into international shipping containers. Captain Bauman noted that when a group of teenagers can steal $500,000 in cars and walk away with simple property charges, the deterrent for violent crime effectively vanishes. The Waukesha crew scattered in February. By May, just 3 months later, 3 of those exact same individuals were back out looking for vehicles. Except this time, they didn't target an empty dealership. They targeted a 41-year-old man named Stanley Smith Jr. outside a Milwaukee Taco Bell. It was an armed carjacking. Smith was shot and killed on the pavement. This is where the gamified thrill of mashing key fobs in the dark hits reality. A man lost his life because property crimes executed by organized youth networks escalate rapidly. We have a habit of consuming these heists as entertainment. Surveillance clips of high-end cars peeling out of lots get millions of views and are heavily glorified on social media as an aspirational flex. But that engagement provides cover for a highly predatory system. Organized criminal networks are weaponizing youths to do their dirty work, treating both their young recruits and the general public as entirely disposable. As long as society brushes off a stolen Jaguar as an insurance problem, the pipelines that rely on these teenagers will stay open, and the ultimate cost will keep being measured in human lives.